Hi, my name is Kazi Huck, and I am part of EY Parthenon, focused on growth and M&A strategy. But more importantly, I'm this year's co-chair for the TAG Fintech South Innovation Challenge. The Innovation Challenge is now in its 8th year as an annual program orchestrated by TAG that recognizes innovative US fintechs that have close ties to Georgia. This year, 7 startups, Arkham Partners, BankShot, D-Finance, EcoWord Wallet, Intellect AI, NewGuard Financial, and Quinn Cobledger were selected to participate in a 4-week education and mentorship program. And 3 were chosen to compete today for a shot at the prize. And you all, the audience, get to pick the winner. So what's at stake? A $25,000 cash prize and free admission into ATDC's Accelerate program for 1 year. Now, I would like to invite one of our Innovation Challenge sponsors, Bill Van Kuren from NCR, for a few remarks. Thank you.
All right, so now we're ready for the Innovation Challenge. You guys ready? Well, let's hear it. All right, this is exciting stuff. We're innovating. This is the best portion of the day for me. It's an exciting part of the session. Innovation here. I think we should all be very, very proud of what we're doing, what we will continue to do with financial technology innovations here in the city of Atlanta as this continues to grow. Again, I'm Bill Van Kuren. I'm this year's board chair for Technology Association of Georgia. I'm also the Chief Information Officer for NCR Corporation. I would like to think that we're one of the flagship companies here doing the innovation. I'm going to show you a few things here just to, Barry talked about a 106-year-old company, Deluxe, and he was, what, 6th or 7th CEO. I told Barry I might one-up him here. We're a 138-year-old company, so we've got a few more years on Deluxe, but similar transformation, right? As he went from a paper check company to transforming to a digital company, we've done the same. And so the timeline here, as you can see, proud to work for a company who's always been innovating, right? You either innovate or you die. This is the timeline of NCR, right? You may know us. We invented the cash register, but we didn't stop there. We'd be a dead company. We'd be out of business. We'd be off the big board if we just stopped with the cash register, right? So we had to electromechanical innovate that. We had to move to integrated circuitry from that, and as things began to digitize, we invented the barcode scan that you all take for granted today when you go through the checkout and you scan. That was an NCR invention in the 1960s. For Deluxe checks, we invented carbonless paper, right? So before you had to put pieces of carbon in between 2 pieces of paper to get a copy, the encapsulation that happens when you write that check that's manufactured by Deluxe, that's an NCR patent. So little technologies like that you may not be aware of that underpin the spirit of an innovative company of constantly reinventing themselves. So most recently, after the move to Atlanta 12 years ago, we've been acquiring software companies. When we moved this company from Ohio to Atlanta 12 years ago, there was next to zero software in our revenue mix. Today, probably about 1/3 of the company's revenue is software. Another 1/3 is hardware, another 1/3 is services. So you can see we've added $2 billion plus of software, and even nowadays more payments technology. So with the timeline, you can see we've done a lot of that through acquisitions. So we use this mantra now that we like to run the X. We run the X. The X could be a bank, it could be a restaurant, it could be a retailer. We help those consumers and those B2B customers do things better in a very digital way. And we proudly serve all these industries. There's a few logos here. So this is a little bit of a shameless pitch, but I think we all need to be proud. The companies we work for, the companies, if you're a startup, you're an incubator, or you're an established company like Deluxe, NCR, and others in town, fintechs, let's be proud that we are here in Atlanta. We're representing the financial technology sector. We're growing this ecosystem to really be the best in the world around fintech. So with that, cheers to the innovation challengers. I think we're at that part of the agenda now where we're going to turn this over. I don't know if I'm staying on stage for this or there's somebody else coming up at this point. These are the companies that are in the challenge, so I guess I'm going to let you see that. Those are the companies that are in the challenge. The Innovation Challenge finalist is Arkham.
Thank you, NCR, for your sponsorship. So here's what's going to happen now. Each company, starting with Arkham, will present for 4 minutes. And after the presentations, each of you will be able to vote for them. So we'll have a slide up there that you can use. You'll go on your phone on menti.com and vote for the company. So we'll have 3 4-minute pitches starting with Arkham. So it's my pleasure to introduce Sebastian from Arkham on the stage. Come on up, Sebastian.
Well, welcome to Hotland, everybody. My name is Sebastian Builes, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Arkham. Now, this wouldn't be a startup pitch if you don't meet someone, so meet Martha. She's a relationship manager for a payments processor, not NCR, and her job should be simple: to keep clients happy and make sure they don't leave. Unfortunately, Martha relies on reactive retention strategies, and given that she manages thousands of clients, well, it's very difficult for her to know exactly when a merchant is unhappy and about to churn. At the same time, she can possibly reach out to every customer, but let's be honest, this is very costly and inefficient. And as a last resort, she's left with offering discounts to merchants who have already decided to leave. In the payments industry, this is such a big problem that roughly $7 billion in net revenue are lost every single year as a result of customer churn. This trend is only expected to get bigger as we move away from cash transactions. Now, I know this problem very well because not only did I work for a major payments processor, but also because Martha is my mom. And given that there was no real solution to tackle this problem, we decided to create our own. Introducing the Arkham X, the new way to proactively retain clients. And it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. First, our clients will upload their historical merchant data. Next, our AI engine is capable of analyzing over 300 different data points to map out the patterns and churn. And last but not least, we give them an intuitive dashboard where they can see exactly what customers will be churning in the next 12 months, why are they churning, and suggestions as to what to do in order to keep that account for longer. Now, we had a skeptical company this year, and they said, I want you to prove it. So we said, no problem. Give us some data, withhold a year, and we'll tell you exactly who will be churning. Well, 8 months later, over 85% of the companies we predicted ended up attriting our client's portfolio, along with over $1.5 million in sales volume. That skeptical company is now a happy client. And he said that working with us is like having a crystal ball. And in just 6 months of working together, we're able to reduce their merchant churn by 20%. Why are we the right team to execute on this vision? Well, we have over 40 years of combined experience in both payments and data analytics. Our founding team has worked with some of the largest payments processors in the space, and our board of advisors is filled with industry leaders who happen to also be our investors and our clients. We're currently the only company who is not a payments processor to provide a similar solution. At the same time, we have spent the past 7 years hammering out and figuring out how to get ahead and solve customer churn. Our business model charges $5 per merchant per year. And our go-to-market strategy is to first start with small to medium-sized portfolios, then scale towards the largest payments processors. Last year, we struck a partnership with the largest analytics firm in the payments industry, and we deployed our solution across 5 different merchant portfolios. This year, we're on track to generate $100,000 in ARR, and next year, we plan to 10x that as we onboard larger payments processors. So far, we analyzed 250,000 merchants, which represent 2% of all card-accepting merchants in the payment space, which means 865 million transactions and over $160 billion in sales volume. And we're just getting started. But think about it for a second. If we're able to solve customer churn in the payment space, just imagine where else we can go. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all is well. Hope you enjoyed the first presentation. Our next finalist is Bankshot. My name is Jude Fizeme. I'm one of the co-chairs, and you'll see me again here soon, so come on up.
Thank you. Well, I wasn't supposed to be the one here today. We had some difficulties. The person here that was supposed to be here got sick, and all the marketing people and all the other bells and whistles people are all out in the field. And I finally said, okay, I can do it. And my name's Bernie Drake, and I'm the founder of Bankshot. And Bankshot is a mobile app and a technology platform that is meant for the tech upsetters in the real estate and title industry. My background is my husband and I have owned a real estate company for over 31 years. We have over 700 agents spread throughout the entire, I'd say, upper half of the state. And the problem was, how do you get money from the field to the office without somebody running to the office? And I forget, I'm supposed to be flipping these things. So we came up with something because most people do not write checks today. The younger group prefers to use their app. If any of you have been involved in a real estate transaction, you know it starts with handing over a substantial amount of money as earnest money to say, yes, I'm going to buy this house. And then when it comes time to closing, you're sending a lot more money to a title company or a closing attorney. And it's either via wire or some other method. But the wires have become so corrupt that 1 in 20 transactions are targeted towards the real estate industry. And when you send that money and it goes somewhere else, you have no idea it's going somewhere else. You think you're sending it to whoever sent you the instructions. So there's a lot of that's a really risky way to send money this day and age. So our platform has evolved to include closing funds as well. So we did find real estate payments. The one thing that we did incorporate were all types of real estate payments. Not only earnest money, we do commission checks for the agents, because you can imagine 5 o'clock Friday night, they're sitting there and they're like, oh my God, I got to get home, get the kids to the game, and I got to get this money to the office or I don't get paid. So it cuts out everything, and we do real money, real fast, and secure. So it's all types of payments. You can do an ACH, you can do a digitized check, or you can do a real check. Whatever you want, the buyer can do it themselves with an app that it gets to the company. The company can pull it up, say yes, no, I don't want it. They reject it. If they want to keep it, they can deposit it, and they can do it in multiple accounts. They can choose which account. It can be associated with multiple banks. And the funds are in your account the next day. They don't go anywhere else. They go directly to the customer's account. The customer decides they want them, and it goes to their account. And we are SOC 2 and Check 21 compliant, as well as we require a dual two-factor authentication for everyone on our system. We do have several different competitors. We are the only one that is non-ACH, because we do have ACH, but we also have other options that are not ACH. We have a patented portal. We did go through that process and get everything patented, an open API, and white labeling, which has also become a huge moneymaker for us, because nobody else can white label this app. And when you white label, you can customize it, and people are using it, and they have no idea it's yours, or it's Bankshot. They think it's theirs. So our white label right now, it's $8,000 to do it and $4,000 a year in revenue. And right now we have 11 live white labels, and we have 4 more currently under development. We are gaining traction. We've got over 4,000 deposits in March of 2022. That was a goal of ours. We have over 85 banking institutions that we work with, some of the largest: US Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Bank United. Our monthly revenue is $20,000. We have 421 clients and $9 million in sales. We're exploring other vehicles as well for different payments. And the last one, sorry, I guess I over-talked and I apologize. And as a true real estate agent, my picture's 10 years old, so, but thank you so much.
Me again, told you I'd be back. Last but definitely not least is our final company, Intellect. So let's welcome Intellect to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Closing to the end of the conference here. My name is Amin Sadruddin. I'm the co-founder and chief revenue officer at Intellect, and we have built a self-onboarding platform for fintechs to faster acquire their customers with higher accuracy and better compliance. Let's talk about compliance. I think a lot of the panels yesterday talked about compliance a lot, so I'm going to touch on it again. If you look up any news article of why fintechs have such a huge problem with acquiring customers and the penalties that they pay, you're going to see every headline that kind of breaks down what they're paying and why they're paying this. Compliance presents an issue for fintechs for two big reasons. One is that if you're not compliant, you're going to get penalized. That's revenue loss. And now you don't have a customer in front of you, so that customer never gets acquired in the first place. So why is this compliance such a big issue? Because it boils down to data at the end of the day. The onboarding process is very convoluted. There's a lot of elements, a lot of custom workflows that need to be built at the fintechs to really do a good job with acquiring the customer. So first, obviously, it's the persona creation or the consumer creation or the business creation. You're aggregating a lot of data points. Their customers are coming to you from social media feeds, LinkedIn, even paper. They're writing stuff down. You have to normalize that data and you have to be accurate about how you're capturing that customer. Because if you've done a good job there, then it's only effective if you take it to verification. Verification only works if you're feeding it good data. Now, if you've done those two things properly, you finally make a risk and assessment score about that individual. Does that person actually get the loan? Does he get the credit card, or is he able to transact on your platform? I'm gonna give you two business use cases that we have in our customer base right now. One's a cryptocurrency exchange, and what they were basically grappling with is obviously the digital in nature process that they have, where they're trying to rapidly onboard customers, but obviously crypto being the wild, wild west, you have to verify wallets, you gotta verify if the person actually owns the crypto, is there a DBA involved? Their cycle time to onboard a customer was 35 days. Anyone in here wanna wait 35 days for a credit card? I doubt it. Second one was a lender. This was a finance accelerator that was doing day-to-day business in a very manual process. They wanna scale up, but they don't have any sort of automation or any data capacity to be able to actually do a better job with scaling up on that process. I'd love to introduce to you guys IntelliBoard. Now, when I talked about that data convolution problem, we fix it. What we do is we ingest the data from the fintech. Now, as mentioned, this data is coming through in logs, CSVs, someone's applying on LinkedIn, someone's applying on social media, whatever it may be. Through our AI engine, we normalize that data. So remember I talked about compliance? This is where we're effective. We take the data that we ingest, we clean it, we prep it, and then what we do is we attach to the customer's API tools for digital verification, and that good data then spits out a queue. Fintechs, think about this, or just hear me out for a second. 60 to 80% of your consumer base is very compliant and easily accessible and wants to interact on your platform. And imagine capturing them with better data and activating them. And now as a consumer, you're aware of that process. If you are flagged because you did not take the picture of your ID properly or your passport has a different name, I hope it doesn't have a different name, but all of that mess that occurs, now you know what you need to submit back to the fintech to finally get activated. We've had a pretty great journey. This ecosystem's amazing. We've been fortunate to be able to interact with over 40 CXOs in the fintech space, in our target market base, and really get validated that onboarding is the issue. We are now in a digital environment where everything's taking place on the phone. Whether you capture data, whether you're downloading and resubmitting it, the digital nature presents a bunch of issues in that workflow process and what we're doing to solve through our IntelliBoard platform. Our competition, we actually interviewed those same CXOs and talked to them about, what are you guys doing to solve this problem? And they told us it's the consulting companies, the data management companies, and the tools. All of these point solutions, again, do a lot of assessments, don't really onboard the customers, and finally, you gotta actually train a team to be able to do that process. Thank you, this is Intellect. Hopefully we'll get to connect.
All right, those were the 3 pitches. Great presentation by the finalists. And thank you to all the mentors and speakers that helped the companies get to this stage. But now I need all of your help. So you're gonna see a slide here up on our screen in a second. And please use that information to go on your phone and vote for the top company. It should pop up in just a minute.
Thanks everybody for being out here at Fintech South 2022. It's been a great, great 2 days. And this is really one of the finales that we're so excited about as we get to the Innovation Challenge. We had 3 great companies pitch today, and one of them will win $25,000 cash. That's non-dilutive. This is for them to help build their company in the way that they see fit. And the time is finally here. The winner of the 2022 Innovation Challenge is, and congratulations to Arkham Partners. Please join us on the stage.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No,
How you doing?
I get a good feeling, yeah.
Absolutely, great to see you. There you go. How about that?
Sometimes
It's a card.
It's a card.
NCR, you guys got a PR on this, or?
Well, congratulations.
Yes, I can. Doubt better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab some the fuck you can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you roll? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won.
All right, congratulations, Arkham, winning the Innovation Challenge. Well done. Also, congratulations to our new FinTech Hall of Fame inductees, Catherine and Rob, and our Advance Award finalists. Hey, what a great day. We're coming to a close here. Thank you so much to everyone who attended the FinTech South over the past 2 days. Thank you especially those of you who stayed for the last awards that we're giving out here. So, Rodrigo, thank you for your leadership as the chair. And also to Mike Morris, who's the FinTech Society chair. Thank you as well, Mike. And to our sponsors, we could not do this without you. So our event partners and the tag team, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, including our platinum, gold, silver, and bronze sponsors. I don't know if they're up there. Actually, our platinum sponsor was Invesco, QQQ. And our gold sponsors, Blank Factor, Deluxe, Elevon, Equifax, E&Y, FleetCor, yours truly, NCR, Syncedia, and Truist. Our silver sponsors, thank you to FinTech Atlanta, Lavelle, and Nadava Company, PwC, and TCS, Tata Consulting Services. And then last but not least, our bronze sponsors. Thank you to AWS, BlackRock, Briteris, Comcast Business, Cross Country Consulting, Decisions, Discover Global Network, Forvis, IDEMIA, Kilpatrick Townsend, LeasePlan, Mambu, MasterCard, NYDIG, QTS, Relevance, Sync, Swimlane, and Trivellino, Keller, and TTV Capital. Long list, but hey, we could not do it without you. Thank you so very, very much for sponsoring this great event this year. Hey, last minute reminder, again, if you're not a TAG member and want to be, I want to learn more about how to get involved in this fantastic FinTech community, please see any of the staff members after the event. We'll get you signed up.
Before you close out, let's get Rodrigo up here.
Rodrigo, come on up here. Rodrigo is the chair of this year's event and an executive board member at TAG. Rodrigo.
Well, Rodrigo has done such a great job, and he's put so much time and effort into this great event. We know you need a little R&R, so we've got a great round of golf for you, waiting for you at TPC Sugarloaf. We'll make sure you get all of those passes. But thank you so much. Give Rodrigo a great round of applause.
No, thank you all, and thank you to the team, the tag team, the UI team that helped us put this together. Thank you all for this. And I got the message. I have to improve my golf game.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah.
Ready for tagging?
Okay, so more events coming from TAG this year. Please visit tagonline.org for those upcoming events and registrations and programs you don't want to miss out on. We have many more coming throughout the year. If you did not get a copy of the 2022 FinTech report, we have them on the tables. Some of the tables have extras. Please grab a copy of that on the way out. Take a few extra copies back with you and pass those out. So thank you again as we close down FinTech South 2022. Have a great rest of your day and safe travels.